Well, welcome everyone on behalf of the faculty, the staff, and the administration of Westchester University's Masters in HR program. We are delighted to have you here, and I'm welcoming those in the room. I'm also welcoming those who are attending via live stream, and welcome to those who will watch this at some later date. So we're glad that you are joining us tonight. I am Sue Fiorentino. I am the Graduate Associate Director for the School of Business and Public Management, and in particular for the HR program. And again, it's just a pleasure to have you here. I thought I would say a few introductory words, and then I'm going to turn it over to the rest of the faculty who have joined us tonight, and also to Elena Lodermoser, who's really the key person who many of you have met already, I'm sure. We have really enjoyed tremendous growth in this HR program. Just in a few short years, we now have, between the master's degree and the certificate, we have 86 students in the program already. And in the spring, we anticipate hitting that 100 student mark. We had said from the outset, well, once we get to be about 100 students, we'll probably keep it at that. But of course, the dean's office is always saying, grow, grow. So we'll see where it goes from here. But we're delighted that we have experienced that growth. And I think that's for a couple of reasons. First of all, as many of you know, if you did your research in finding programs, we are a SHRM-aligned curriculum, which means that we were very intentional about the course design and the curriculum design for the program, and we relied heavily on SHRM's template for master's programs, and that was based on extensive study that SHRM itself did in trying to address what are the real core competencies that HR professionals need in today's world, today's business world. And so we use that as our template, and I think that the curriculum itself really does address those major competencies. The other thing, of course, is the online format, which resonates with the working HR professionals that we have in the program, and the vast majority of our students are working in HR or in a related field, and I think that you will find that when you start your discussion board that there are a lot of students who contribute from their own knowledge base, which helps to grow the reputation of the program. We also have excellent faculty, and I think you'll find that the faculty who teach in the HR program are a very dedicated bunch with expertise in the field that they're teaching. So I'll let them introduce themselves and talk a little bit about what they teach in the program and some of their interest in HR in a few minutes, but that certainly is something that we're very proud of. And then just more generally, I think the program has grown because there's a general acknowledgement now in the business world that HR has to be a business partner, that you can't just have someone with no training step into that role. It's just too fraught with legal liability, you really need someone with some polished management skills and leadership skills, and organizations are looking for those kinds of HR employees. So I think that's why we're seeing a bump in this trend towards professional HR programs, and I think ours is certainly right up there. One of the things that we did over the summer, the faculty in the program and I got together and had a little retreat and kind of brainstormed about, okay, we have a really great program. What are some things we can do to enhance it? And we came up with this idea, which is the HR Meet and Greet. And the idea behind it is that it's very challenging to have an online program, especially in the area of HR. You know, the H part stands for human, and so that human contact we felt was missing in the online program. So that we thought by having this event tonight, it would be a way to really express our commitment to a community of learners and faculty, and to really let students know that we care, that we want them to be successful, and we hope that after tonight you'll be able to put a face with a name, and maybe that will help you feel connected, whether you're in Texas or Virginia or sitting here tonight, that we are a community and we all hope to learn from each other. So what I'm going to do now is have the faculty introduce themselves, but before I do that, I want to give a special thank you to our interim associate dean, Dr. Lisa Calvano, who is joining us tonight. Dr. Calvano is associate professor of management, and she was instrumental in designing the MS program and getting it off the ground. She was one of the key faculty who helped figure out what the curriculum would look like, how it would be designed and then ultimately offered, and she was a great mentor to me through this process. So we're very lucky that she's now our interim dean and is here with us tonight. So thank you, Lisa. Okay, I think what I'll do is briefly introduce myself, and then I'll turn it over to the rest of the faculty. Since I teach HRM 602, which is one of the first courses that students will have, my background is I am an attorney. I litigated for a number of years in employment and labor law. Most of my clients were HR professionals, and they would call me usually at Friday at 5 o'clock, panicked that they wanted to fire somebody and could they do it, and or they had an FMLA crisis, what should they do? And so I came to realize that it was really important for HR professionals to have a basic working knowledge of the big laws out there, the ones that can really get you in trouble. And so the focus of my course is compliance, risk management, and helping students feel like they come away with a real working knowledge of the basics. I'm not turning you into employment lawyers by any means, but hopefully by the end of the employment law class, you have some sense of, gee, there's a problem here, maybe I need to reach out to our attorney. So that's the primary course that I teach. I also teach a new elective that's being offered for the first time this semester, and we delve into issues of employee health and wellness in the workplace. So we start out with looking at the Americans with Disabilities Act in a much more intensive way, and then we go on and look at other challenges like drug and alcohol issues in the workplace, mental health issues in the workplace, and some of the legal implications of dealing with those issues. So it's exciting for us because it's one of our first HRM electives that we're offering in addition to the MBA electives that we offer. So that's basically me. And now I'm going to ask Dr. Katsioulides to come up. There's a change in the way we're administering the program this year. Dr. Katsioulides is going to become the co-director, and so as such, what that means for all of you is that she will be the advisor for all students with the last names H through Z, and I will be the advisor for all students A through G. I know it sounds like she's getting more students, but there are a lot of B's in our class, so it really is pretty equal. So without further ado, Vicki.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. So my name is Vicki Katsioulides. Usually students call me Dr. K. I guess it's simpler. I am excited to be here and meet you, and hi to the people who are watching us from their computers and phones. I teach the HRM 606 course, the CSR, Sustainability and Ethics in HR. And I'll be teaching some of the leadership courses as well. My background and my research interests lie mostly in employee training and development, and particularly training transfer. So I like to look at those work environment factors that can act as catalysts or inhibitors to trainees applying their training on the job. I also have a great interest in leadership development, in particular student leadership development, and what are some of the ways that we can impact leadership self-efficacy, and what are the type of experiences that we can offer in higher education that can improve the leadership effectiveness. I am very excited about this new role, and I have all my advisees. I checked the system. I've seen the 40 plus names. We are there. We'll do this together. So if you happen to be one of my new advisees, please don't hesitate to reach out. And if I don't know the answer, I will find out and respond to any requests you might have. Again, we are excited to put some faces to the names that we see online, and we're trying to make these online courses as interactive as possible, and we are experimenting as well as instructors, with new tools, new technology. So bear with us, and also, jump into the opportunity to experiment with new technologies, with the frustrations and the opportunities that can offer. So thank you very much, and I'll be collaborating with some of you or all of you by the end of your master's degree. Thank you. And next, do we have an order? Whoever is.
Should I talk about sure. If you want to do that now, you can. Sure.
Thanks. So my colleague, Shayna Frawley, here we go.
Hi, everybody. My name is Shayna Frawley, and I wanted to welcome you here tonight. We are so excited to have a chance to meet you face-to-face and to say hi to the people at home. My area of research is ethics and HR, so it's really difficult to think of an HR problem or issue that doesn't bump into ethical issues. I also like to study legal compliance in HR. My HR career was in union management relations, so conflict was a big part of that, and I think in this program you'll have a good chance to learn how to navigate some of these difficult issues in a successful way. I also wanted to talk a little bit about our HRM Student Association. So in this program, you'll have a chance to delve into HR best practices, look at some of the challenges that HR practitioners face, and also look at how you can overcome them successfully as HR professionals. As you just heard, our program is HRM aligned. HRM is an acronym that stands for the Society for Human Resource Management. It's the largest professional HR association in the world, and our program here has a student chapter. So if you are not currently a member of HRM, and this sounds like something that may be of interest, an annual student membership is $40. It comes with a lot of really great benefits. You can access resources on the HRM website, as well as chances to connect. And if this sounds like something that may be of interest to you, please take a look at the HRM website. You can learn about some of the membership benefits. And if finances may be an issue, we also do have some scholarships available. So please do get in contact if that's the case, if you're interested. And I just wanted to welcome everybody. We're so excited to start off this year, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Kelly Fisher, and I teach the HRM 601 and 607 course. And it kind of ties into my background prior to academia. So I'm a military veteran. I spent 21 years in the military. And so I bring in, I also ran my own small business for about a year. So I bring in some of my rich leadership experiences into teaching my HRM 601 course. I was also an expat for several years, living in Bermuda, Italy, Australia. So I can draw on those experiences in teaching my HRM 607 course. So I want to welcome you all warmly to our HRM program. And I hope to see you at one of those SHRM mixers or programs that they have here in Philadelphia. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Hello. I'm Jonna Capitano. I'm so happy to be here. I love this idea of having a mixer, and I hope it grows year by year so there's more people to mix. So I was talking to a couple of the new students about what I teach also in the program. I also teach components of effective leadership, and I'll be teaching in the spring the new training and development elective, which I'm so excited about because that is really my passion within human resources. So after graduating with an MBA out in California, I went to work for Atlantic Richfield in human resources. I did a little work in compensation, a little work as a generalist, but then I went into training and development and realized like that is my passion. And then when I came back to the East Coast, I worked for Aramark for several years. Again, mostly in training and development, but I also have experience with staffing and recruiting and some of the other functions. So I love being able to share my experiences with students who are also interested in human resources, so we have a lot in common, and I'm so happy to put faces with names and correct pronunciations of names. That's one thing you'll notice, like there's a lot of writing back and forth on discussion boards, so apologies if we ever get anyone's name mispronounced. But thanks for having me. I look forward to meeting the rest of you I haven't met yet. I look forward to meeting you online, and next is Matt.
Hello, I'm Matt Shea. I'm in the management department, as all the other faculty are here today. The class I teach is compensation management, which is really the best class there ever was. It's so exciting. My background is after grad school, I got a job at a retirement home with the Society of Friends sponsored. The Quakers in this area are very large. The home was small. I was the business manager, but that is a catch-all phrase for human resources, operations, accounting, finance. And the Society of Friends has a very strong network. So I got to work with a lot of organizations. And as the human resource person involved, I got to do self-funded health insurance, self-funded workers' comp, got to put together pay programs, all new pay grades. So I had a lot of experience. And then I went from there to Computer Sciences Corporation in Newark, Delaware, where I was the compensation manager. And then I went back to the retirement home because they wanted me back. And then I got sick of supervising people, so I went into academia, and that's where I am now. I think then one of the strengths of this program is all the faculty here have managerial and professional experience, not just strictly academic. It really helps tie the concepts to how it matters in your life. My research focuses on insurance, which is probably the only thing I could say after compensation that is more boring in most people's eyes, but it isn't. My research is insurance and sustainability, and it tends to focus on social issues of sustainability. So things like social inequity, forced and coerced labor, power asymmetries, which is tied hand in hand with compensation and theories of motivation, and in a global workforce and cross economies from developed to developing economies. So thank you very much for coming, like everyone else said, and thank you for letting me greet you. Hello.
Hi, everyone, and hi, everyone at home. I just wanted to, first of all, thank Sue and Elena and the faculty and staff for their hard work to make the MS in HR program and this event a huge success. So this is the first time we're doing this, and it's wonderful. And like many of you said, I hope that this grows over time. It's wonderful to see all the students face to face. I'm not teaching in the program anymore, but I did teach, I think it was 606? The sustainability ethics in HR. That's my area, business and society, sustainability, and ethics. So I just wanted to say one thing to the students. I was talking when I got here with Terrell and Kira about being an online student for the first time. And I was that student the year 2000 when I was a nonprofit manager, and I went back and got my MBA, and I took my first online class. And that was before there was YouTube, before there was Facebook, just in the early days of the internet. And I'd never taken an online class. I didn't even know what that meant. And I was the person who emailed the professor at the beginning of the semester to say, I've never taken an online class before. I have no idea what to do. And this person, who was the professor I emailed, she became my mentor. I was a student at Temple, stayed and got my PhD. And she became my dissertation advisor. And then, fast forward to a few, about 10 years later, standing in front of students, being the instructor. So it's a long journey, but all of you are starting it here. How many of you, this is your first semester, students? Anyone here not your first semester? So a mix of both. So for all of you, welcome. Please feel free to let us know how we can serve you better, both in the classroom and out. And if you have suggestions about courses that you're interested in, material in particular courses, student activities, other opportunities for meet and greet, please let us know, because at the end of the day, we're here to give a great experience to you guys. So have a wonderful semester, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
All right, let's hear it for all the wonderful faculty. Thank you. So now it is my pleasure to introduce Elena Luttermoser. Elena is the Graduate Assistant Director for the program, and she knows everything that you need to know about the program. So without further ado, Elena.
Hi everyone, my name is Elena Luttermoser. I have connected with you all at some point. You might actually think, because we were working online together, it's Alana. But yes, Elena Luttermoser, no worries though. So I do want to welcome you all. I'm really excited to have everybody here. Having an online program, it really does help connect faces and get the conversations flowing. So really appreciate your time tonight. I know it's a Wednesday after work. But really, I really just want to share with you some important highlights about our program. Really, Lori Liebes and I, Lori's hiding back there, she and I really help you, the student and the faculty, with kind of anything you need. Let's say you're having trouble paying your tuition statement. Contact us. We will get you into the right hands, okay? We really want to make sure that you, as an online student, that you have the support needed, right? So please feel free to use our library, come to campus, schedule a meeting with your professors if you want to have more of a one-on-one meeting with them. Communication's key in this program. If you're having trouble at all, let us know. We want to work with you. Just another couple of important things that the university really likes the student to know is, using your Westchester email is preferred. That's a very important privacy concern, so just making sure you communicate with that. That's important. We also, as you know, operate in 7-week terms. I want to highlight that most of the university does not operate like us. So make sure you're paying attention to certain session dates, okay? Drop add, withdrawal, stuff like that, all right? And again, contact Lori and I if you have questions about that. I also wanted to highlight the employer reimbursement plan. I want to make sure students know that we offer deferment. So if your employer is offering you tuition assistance and you have the opportunity to defer your payment and then your employer pays later after you've earned your grade, that is an option. Again, contact us if you have questions about that. It's also on the Bursar's webpage. Finally, I do want to mention that even though we're an online program, there are a lot of opportunities for you to connect with one another. Hopefully we'll have more meet and greets, right? But there is a Graduate Student Association here at Westchester University. And that would encompass all graduate students, so social work students, criminal justice students, etc. And they have various events throughout the year that you're all invited to. Okay, so I'd encourage you to look at the Graduate Student Association's webpage for those upcoming events. You'll also get emails for invites and things of that nature. Finally, just keep an eye out for emails from all of us. We communicate with you a lot about registration, when dates open for that. If we're having something going on with another event, we're gonna communicate with you often. So just kind of stay in touch with us as well. And we're really happy that you're part of our program. So thank you.
I just want to pick up on something that Elena mentioned, and that's the GSA, the Graduate Student Association. I got an email yesterday asking for a representative from the HR program to serve on the GSA. And if anyone is able to attend in-person meetings and is interested in doing that, please let me know. It looks great on a resume, and it is a good networking tool. So if you are able, or if you're interested, you can send me an email or see me tonight, and I'd be happy to give you more information about that. Okay, I just want to say a few more things quickly. I want to thank Lori Liebes, and if you haven't met her, Lori, do you have anything you want to add? No, she's just. Lori is so responsive, and we are really lucky to have her and Elena both as really top-notch in the program. So again, if you have any issues, you can let them know. The last thing is that Shana mentioned about our student SHRM. We're going to try to have 2 events, one in the fall and one in the spring, that will be opportunities for people to get together, or we haven't quite figured it out yet, but we're going to try to do perhaps some additional videotaping so that other students can have access to it. But what the student SHRM meetings usually involve are some issue of interest about HR. We'll either get a speaker in, or we'll have a invite other working professionals in, or other SHRM chapters in, to talk to our students. And so it really, one time we did a resume workshop with HR professionals for our students, so it really can be a good networking event. I encourage you to be on the lookout for the emails, and if you can at all, please get involved with the student SHRM. And of course, student SHRM is affiliated with the National SHRM, and we at Westchester, well, I personally am a member of the Chester County HRA, Human Resources Association. They host a monthly breakfast, and in the past, I've taken many students with me to those breakfasts. 2 students got scholarships through the CCHRA, and 1 student got a full-time job by attending that event with me. So incredible networking opportunities. If you are interested, I'll be sending out information about that. They start in the fall, I believe, with pretty early breakfasts, 7:30 out this way. So, but if you're in the area or you work in this area and you do want to accompany me, I'd be happy to have you attend. And it's free to students, so you would be given an opportunity to network with HR professionals. All right, I think that's everything I had. Does anybody have any questions? All right, well, if you think of any questions and you want to email me later, feel free to do so. That goes for the students out there in TV land as well. So I think that concludes the formal part of our program, and we have some refreshments in the back, so we encourage you to stay and mingle and get to know some of your professors. And again, we extend a very hearty welcome to our program. Thank you.